Today we're going to install a rear view camera on our brand new Alliance Avenue 29RL, and we're going to get this video started right now. Welcome back everyone, my name's Patrick, and if you're new to the channel, I'm so glad you stopped by. We've been RVing now for about 20 years, and this is RV number 12. We've owned everything from a 13-foot teardrop all the way up to a 35-foot fifth wheel, and currently we're in our brand new Alliance Avenue 29RL. This thing's just under 33 feet, and we need a rear view camera. Now, we have worked with a company called Haloview for the last 4 years. Originally, they had sent us one of their models for our Lance travel trailer. We loved it, and then last year when we purchased our Alliance 22 ml fifth wheel, they sent us another one, but they just sent us that one last fall, and I hated to reach out and say, hey guys, I need another rear view camera. And the truth is, we love Haloview so much that I had no problems this time just going online, placing an order, and I bought one that we have not had before because I wanted to try out a different camera to share with you. And so this time we're going to be trying out the BT7. But today, helping me install this, and when I say helping, I mean he's basically doing it. Guess who's here? It's Myron from Landstar RV, and I talked him into coming out and helping me with this project. And like I said, when I say helping, I mean basically I opened the box and gave him the parts, and he's working on installing it, mainly because here at Happy Acres there's such a drop off on our particular site that it is a long way up there, and those of you who know me know I'm not good with heights, and so Myron is going to take care of it. And so what we're doing is we're going to be installing this camera today. Now, after we get it installed, I'll show you what we're using in the truck as far as a display, and then we'll talk about some of the features of this particular one. But like I said, we've had two of the Haloviews before, two different ones. This is our third different one that we're trying out, and I have a few friends who are also YouTubers and RVers, and they love this one, highly recommend it, and I thought, let's give it a try. So Myron has the wiring all wired in, but before we do the final install, we went ahead and paired our camera with our display screen, and that was as simple as hitting the pair button on the display screen and holding in the button on the camera, and instantly we had a picture. So now Myron is just going ahead and putting the excess wire into the hole, and then he's going to mount it. Now, this one we're gonna use just their regular flush mount. We're going to use 4 screws to attach it, and then we'll seal it. If you have a Furrion pre-wire, it does come with everything you need to use that. But Alliance just lets you pick out the camera you want. So it's pre-wired, it has a switch inside so you can turn your camera on and off. And then they just have the wires back there, really easy to do. And there you see the final product of that camera that Myron put up there. You can adjust these. There is an up and down. You can just tilt that up and down, and we're just gonna have to get it out on the road to find out exactly where I want it. Hooking up this Haloview is super simple. Once you have the camera on the rear of your RV and you come into your tow vehicle, it's literally as easy as plugging in one cord, and that's really your power cord. Now, with this BT7 Touch, and I do want to point that out, that with this particular Haloview, they have two versions. They have the original BT7, which uses buttons to control the screen. This is the upgraded one called the BT7 Touch. It means it's a touch screen, and I think it just makes it a little bit easier if you need to make any changes, because you can just use the screen to do it. You don't have to try to locate buttons. And to power it, it's just one cable, and they give you two options. They send you a 12-volt plug, and you know that's the one that would plug into what we call a cigarette lighter plug. But the thing is, some of your newer vehicles are not coming with those cigarette lighter plugs, and so Haloview goes ahead and gives you a USB cable, and you can use that. And that's how I have it wired into our truck. I just have it plugged in. The other nice thing about that USB power cable is if you want to take the monitor inside your RV and then use that camera as a security camera, you can just plug this inside your RV into a USB-A port, and you will have power to your display screen. Speaking of the display screen, besides being a touch display screen, it is 7 inches, and it gives you a lot of visibility. Now, I've always liked the Haloviews that use the rear view, that mounts over the rear view mirror. Don't get me wrong, I still like that. I just didn't realize how good the picture would be in this more traditional square format, and I have to tell you, this is by far the best color picture quality that we've had in the 3 of our Haloview cameras. Don't get me wrong, I like them all, but this one is absolutely stellar. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at the display. And right here we go. And so I'll just demonstrate how easy this is to use, and you can see how good this picture is. So when you come in, it does allow you to have up to 4 cameras, it appears, and so you put them on different channels. So for instance, you can order this with the side marker cameras. I chose not to, just because I didn't think we really needed them. And then I can come over here, touch that button, and this is where we get all kinds of settings. So we can turn on the volume so that we can hear behind us. That way, if Patty's trying to back me in, I can just listen for that. I can also mute that because you don't necessarily want to hear highway noise going down the road. There's a pair button. We use that initially on the install. You push this and then you push the button on the camera and it literally paired right up. Now, if we want to make changes, tap the picture button and I can change things like the brightness, the contrast, and the color. So if you're not happy with that, mirroring, this was something I had to do because when I initially plugged it in, the picture was reversed and I was able to do that. You can also flip it up and down if for some reason you needed to mount it upside down. So they give you options there. And there's some things on here, I don't even know what it is. So the Q mode, I do know what this is. This is if you're going to run different cameras. It's the way that the different cameras would show up. So they give you lots of options on how you would want those. There is a setting button here, and again, there's some different settings in here. Auto dim, which I have on for night driving, and we'll talk about that in a minute. Scan, I think that again deals with if you're having multiple cameras, you can have it just scan through the different ones if you wanted. Parking line, that's a nice feature that you can turn on. That way if you're backing your RV in to see where you're at. Here we can record, so there is a place to put a micro SD card. It does not come with the SD card like some of the others, but if you want to record what's going, and then there's also a place where you can hit play for those files. And that's pretty much it. There are 2 antennas that you screw on the top, and for the most part, this is it. Now, I mentioned the one cable, right there it is, and I just routed it right down here to my USB to plug it in, and that's it. They do give you 2 ways to mount. I have this with the mount that you permanently mount with 3M sticky tape. It's right here inside. I decided to go that route. They also give you a suction cup that will, if you want to use the suction cup feature. So they give you lots of options on how to use this particular one. I did mention this is a 7-inch screen measured diagonally, and that's what it looks like. Now, I'm only used this for 2 days, but they were 2 pretty long driving days, and we went close to 900 miles so far using the Haloview BT7 Touch, and I have to tell you, I'm in love with it. Now, number one, I love the clarity of the picture. When we're hauling, I mean, that picture is so spot on, and I just love it. Now, in terms of night driving, I have to say it also is the best picture quality that I've had on any of the 3 for nighttime driving. It is full color, and even when we were in an area that was really dark, I was still able to make out when traffic was coming up behind me. The one thing I would say is I probably need to adjust the brightness at night. Even though it goes into an auto dim, I still felt like there were times that it was just way too bright because of the size of the screen, and I think that's as simple as going in there and just turning it down a little bit, and then it would be fine. But I have to tell you, I'm super impressed with the night capabilities for this particular monitor. Did we need the repeater or the extender that you can add on? No. So we have a 33-foot fifth wheel, and I only have just the camera on the back. I did not buy the extender because I didn't think we would need it, and it appears we didn't because I never lost signal the entire trip down here. All right, right down there is our RV, and we're still picking up the signal way up here. Maybe if you go much over 33 feet, that might be something you'll need to add on. And all that is just, again, like another little antenna transmitter box. They give you, when you buy it, you get that, and you get the cable, and it runs back to your camera. And it just sends that signal farther up on your RV, so it's a shorter run to get it to your tow vehicle. But again, with our 33 foot, we don't have it, and we don't seem to need it. The big difference for us with this, besides the better picture quality both during the day and the night, and the fact that it's a bigger screen, is it has taken me a little bit over the 2 days to get used to looking straight ahead at the monitor versus at my rear view mirror. Now, I've always been a big fan of the ones that clip on the rear view mirror, just because to me it's natural to look up at your rear view mirror to see what's behind you. I do believe, though, that Haloview sells like an attachment that will allow you to clip it to your rear view mirror. And I might look at that at some point because, again, I still like that functionality. The only thing is it will definitely have to be taken on and off every time we use it versus the prior ones we had that they literally mimicked your rear view mirror, and when they weren't in use, they had a built-in mirror and you didn't necessarily have to take it off. So I have to tell you, for the money we spent for this, which was under $500 for this unit, I am very happy with it, as I have been with all the Haloview products. They're easy to install, they're easy to use, they pair up quickly, and honestly, they're just good products for the price, in my opinion. And that's why we chose to go ahead and purchase this one on our own, because we know the quality of Haloview, and I just thought this is what I want. I did consider buying an alternative brand for review purposes, but when you find something that you really like and it works, I don't know, I just wanted to stick with it. All right, let me know. Have you ever used any of the Haloview products? Which one is your favorite? And until next time, everybody, I really appreciate you joining us today and coming along for the journey. And until next time, we'll see you on down the road. Bye.
Travels with Delaney. We'll see you on down the road.